I'm excited to be here.
I'm excited to have you. I'm so excited. So I asked Marina to do me a solid and do this Zoom for you guys because she started talking to me. I was talking to her about volume. She's been in the business. Maybe you can do just a brief talk about your story, Marina.
Yeah.
And I really wanted her to speak to you because when we started talking about volume and selling packs and all that kind of stuff, I explained to her how our company has given packs available, but they've discounted them and the BV is discounted. So none of us push packs, but that doesn't need to stop us. So that's why I wanted Marina to come on here and talk a little bit about. I think it has a lot to do with money mindset too, but what she's going to tell you is going to blow your mind. And I'm very grateful that she is kind enough to share that with our team, even though she's with a different company. She's got her own thing going on. She's a coach. She's a boss, like just a boss. I don't even know what to say. Like I fell in love with her the first minute I met her. And
I fell in love with you because you were doing my hair and I didn't have to sweat.
That's all I got to do. That's easy. That's so easy for me. So, Marina, if you want to just give them a little rundown of your story and then we can get right into it.
Absolutely. So first and foremost, thank you for having me on. I think it's like awesome how this type of relationship where there's no bashing of other companies and just love on this industry in general is something we all just need to continue to do, because it just stinks when there is that nasty nonsense, and it doesn't have to be that way. So I just love how open Christina was. You never know what you're going to walk into when you're walking into a top earner or a mastermind with humans and you start to collab. You never know who's going to be weird or shady. And I'm just grateful that when I had a complete stranger, share a room with me, it turned out to be her. She's an incredible leader. I mean, watching her, the things that she does for you guys and just for the team in general, I was like, you're a stud. Like that's the stuff I do. And that's the stuff that gets you to the top. So little bit about me. My name is Marina Simone. I live in West Palm Beach, Florida. I'm a mom of an 8-year-old little girl. And then I have another one on the way. Hopefully tomorrow she comes out. Her name's Madeline. I'm 34 weeks pregnant. So technically, I guess she needs like 3 more weeks. I don't know. I've been with my Honey Bunches of Oats since, I don't know. He's like 100 now. No, I'm just kidding, honey. Love you. We've been together for like 12 years. Like it's crazy. Met him, in the old school club scene because that was my jam, guys. I was bartender, shot girl, had no vision, didn't know where I was going in life. Got introduced to network marketing when my daughter was about a year and a half old. Saw the vision because I thought, I want to stop selling shots because it's a little inappropriate maybe. I don't know what I was wearing and blowing fire on a bar. As a mom, I think I decided maybe I should work in a cubicle. That was like the dream. But I was miserable. I missed my daughter take her first steps, and I missed a lot of things in her life because she was at daycare or with a nanny. And I was just working all the time, right? You hear the story, but I was working overtime to pay for the nanny or overtime to keep the lights on. And I was just miserable. So when I got introduced to network marketing, I saw the vision, got really excited, but I thought I was going to be a millionaire overnight because my work ethic, right? I was like, I've got this. And for 2 years, I didn't got anything. Like I legit didn't make $1. I was making $200-$300 a month, but I was throwing it back into product or renting hotel rooms to do, or hotel meeting spaces to do meetings. I mean, I think back and living off of, less than $3,000 a month at the time, as a mom, and my husband and I were not together at the time, it was rough. So for 2 years, I didn't have like a profit, and there was no such thing as online building at this point. And I wanted to quit so many times. Like I just wanted to give up and walk away. So when you have people in your organizations that feel that way, kind of remember where you were when you weren't having success, because I think that's important. I always go back to, okay, yeah, you might be making this stupid money you're making, but they're not. So they don't feel like you do. We got to, get back into their head. Long story short, I ended up, after 2 years, finally figuring it out a little bit and stop being such a pain in the rear. I ended up being coachable. I started to invest in myself instead of investing in all this product that I couldn't resell. I found a company that I launched with, and in 90 days, I became a 6-figure earner. So, and then it's just grown since there. I've built my brand, Moms and Heels, where I'm a generic coach now. in network marketing. That's really where my main focus has turned to, because it's stupid how fast that thing's growing, and we're the healers. And I love this industry because, to be honest with you, watching Shark Tank makes me sad. These people give up everything for a product they develop and then they make no money off of it. We can join a business for $400 and become millionaires. So that's a little bit about my story, a little long-winded, but kind of give you guys a little background on my personality and who I am, and why I think Christina and I mesh so well is because we're straight shooters. There's no fluff. So I love that. But where do you want me to start with the packs? Like, you tell me, and I'm going to open it up for Q&A with you guys too. I really want you guys to feel confident. I told Christina, do not launch this to your whole team. Only launch this to your leaders. You guys have to create stories with these packs before you can go and launch it to a whole team. And you might only launch it with the new people that you bring in. So where do you want me to start?
So basically, one of the things that blew my mind right away is that you never had an issue with volume. You never volume. Once it clicked for you and you did the personal development and you realized what you were capable of, you never had an issue with volume. And one of the things that you mentioned to me was, we sell like $200, $300, $400 packs all the time. Mm-hmm. All the time. That's normal for your team to sell those packs. They don't sell individual products.
Some do. I will say that some do, but they're mostly either adding their upsells, or they're an added bonus that they're adding to a pack, or, for instance, we just launched our new product or whatever. So they're going back to customers to get them to order again, but for the most part, I don't tell people not to do that. I just teach something different.
Right.
So, and what I found is this, you can look at your volume right now. And if you look at the people that are working your business, like we call it the 5%ers, you look at those people that have that desire. If they're given the strategy with these packs, they'll sell them because they can sell anything. They just need to know how to do it.
Right.
So one of the biggest concerns I had coming from my first company, where we had a $40 product and we got 40 points for it. Well, I had a team of 1,000 people and I wasn't making money because all they were taught was to sell $40 products. And so when I finally, got into weight loss, you guys are all on weight loss, so this will make sense. We know that people are willing to spend the money if the value is there. So I was like, how can I create value in a system? And then you can go down from there. So if someone says no to these packs, that doesn't mean you're going to lose them, I promise you. It's just you have to show value, and it's kind of like a stair step where you go down, don't go up. You're going to go down from the highest price to the lowest. So, we have packs that are $600, $700. And then we go down from there. A girl that I'm coaching right now, she's selling $2,700 packs in Australia like it's nothing.
That's insane.
With my strategy that I'm going to share with you guys today. So I want you to understand, this works. It's not meant to work for everyone. It's meant for the 5%ers are going to get it and run with it. And it's going to take their volume from 40 BV or 50 BV or whatever it is that you guys are pushing right now. And it's just going to give them that extra push. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you're talking to a bunch of 5%ers, so don't worry. Now, when you were putting together these packs, these are not packs that and by the way, you guys, I put together a few packs and a few questionnaires that I'm going to send to you guys after this Zoom, but you put together these packs outside of what the company does, right? You picked your products that you knew would give results and provide value, because that's really what we want, is we want to coach people on a healthy lifestyle and value and give them something valuable that provides results, right?
Well, think about it. So tell me really quick, just because I'm very familiar with your company, right? But just give me an idea. If I'm hey, I want to lose 20 pounds, what are you selling me on?
Okay, so most people on the team are selling you on a keto coffee or selling you on a greens or on our ThermoFight X, right? One product. We've coached some of these girls to do triple threat. So they're selling at least 3 of those products to give them an all over kind of better chance at that weight loss if they continue to take the products. Can I just ask you a really specific question? With your company, Marina, like we have to order this month and 2 consecutive months. So do you have to do that with your company? Do you have to order more than 1 month at a time?
No, but you will only get a certain discount if you set up auto ship or whatever. So we do obviously do that. So how you can kind of, you always want to think about it. Your whole goal is to what? Get in the customer's head, right? Like you just want to get into their head. You know, you want them to sell themselves. And that's this process with the pack. So here's what I thought about. So our company, again, they do the same thing. They're putting products together and I just laugh. And it's just every company. They do it. Why? They're putting products in packs that they can give a low BV to and they can make more money on. It's just the way the corporate works. And okay, just keep it real. But that doesn't mean we have to sell those packs. It means we can take it a step further and we can create our own that's going to give us more BV and have our team making more what? Money. That's the goal, money, right? So they know that it's going to be an extra step for them because they're going to have to put the order in or they're going to have to walk someone through how to do it because it's not like they can just go to the site and be like, pick pack 1.
Right.
No, like ours, they have to add each individual product. It is a little bit of a pain, but people do it. The 5%ers don't care. They will take the information and they will do it themselves. They don't care, right? I don't care. And there's just a conversation that you have to have. So one, I told Christina, you guys need to name the packs. There's a boost pack. There's a platinum pack. There's a power pack. There's a whatever, right? You have these packs and you want to think about, okay, this pack is going to give them 30 days worth of use. And maybe it gives them just a little bit more for the next month. So then, you know, maybe a week into the next month. So then you can sell them on the next one. But the value is you're getting more than 30 days worth of product in this pack. And that's that mindset shift that you have with people, right? So they can spend that 150 instead of 50 or that 250 instead of 150. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yeah. So you would add like maybe multiple items in that pack because all of our products, probably like yours, are a month supply, right?
Yeah, they're a month supply. So what we did is we created meal plans for people to follow and then we just plugged in the product.
Yeah.
So it looks like a system. It's not a system. We made our own system. So people are like, oh, what's the blah, 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 blah. It's not on the website. We're like, yeah, no, because we made it and we're cooler than the company. So here's, you know, use this meal plan. A lot of love Facebook groups. We tag them on a meal plan. And then it's plugged in with the products that we want them to use. So a probiotic, right? When people are losing weight, what do they need? They need a probiotic and a prebiotic, period. End of conversation. We know this, right? Digestive enzymes. I'm sure you guys have some of those, right? Carb blockers or whatever, you know, like you guys have the same kind of ideas, product line as we do, just different. It's not the same. Let me not say that, but you guys know what I mean. So I'm saying, like, think about it. Like if you have someone that needs to lose 20 pounds or 15 pounds, it's like, we want to focus on not just getting the weight off. How do we keep their body on the inside healthy? So, and if you're plugging it into something they're already going to buy, they're going to continue to use it because then they're going to have the fear of if I stop taking it, I might gain the weight back. If that makes sense. So it's like that psychology we kind of play with people.
I love that. And so when you are like, so you're talking about a group. So do you mean like your customer care group that you've plugged a meal plan into and then you've just plugged the products into? Because that's something, Karen, that you and I can maybe do because I know that your background's in nutrition. So maybe that's something that we work on just to have a meal plan there for them.
So if it's a meal plan, it just needs to say suggested unless a dietitian actually makes it, just so to cover your guys' tushies, right? So you say, don't even call it a meal plan, like a suggested something, right? Just name it. The
suggested healthy eating guide.
Boom, right? Whatever,
okay,
you know, that you could follow. We have, you know, and then obviously, because, you know, keto's the thing, have a keto option, even though some people love it, some people don't, whatever, just have it there. Just think about the different types of humans. Have a vegan plan, have a vegetarian. I know it sounds like a lot of work, but once you already have these docs made, they're easy to tag on. And if, again, people find the value in the group, they're going to keep ordering. We personally don't have a separate group for customers and leads. they're all on the same page.
We're doing that now.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Because at the end of the day, like when you have them all on the same page, it's just, it's fun. It's better. You're going to get more engagement in there. And, you know, people will add people just because they see other people getting added. You know, it's just a great way to kind of boost sales as well. So yeah, I mean, so you've made some packs, which I got to look at, which are awesome.
I need to make higher volume packs. Like you're like 700, 800. I'm like, oh, 2,700. I'm like, wait a second.
Here's the thing. The people that aren't going to buy into this, what we're talking about now, it doesn't matter if you have $1,000 packs or $20 packs. They're only going to send the $20 pack.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
They're never going to change. It's you guys that are going to drive this. And then your 5%ers are going to drive this, but the 5%ers, the drivers, bring in the 80%ers. So it's all good. Like it's all going to make sense and it's all going to kind of filter out. So what I will say is this: do not force people to follow this. Do not force people to see what the vision of what we're teaching you right here, because they won't. I still have people that are just like, that's too much money. And I'm like, okay, listen, dude, I just sold $1,000 pack to someone who told me they had no money. Like I promise you, these people have money and they just need to feel and see the value in it. But you know, let it go. Exactly. So do you kind of want me to go through like the verbiage around
love that.
Is that okay, guys? So before I do that, you guys want to ask me any questions before I go over the verbiage?
Thank you so much.
No, you're so welcome. Like I know that back and forth is something that helps my brain. So I don't know if you guys need that.
Well, and I love too that we're having this conversation because we don't get training like this from our team. And when you started talking to me about this, I was like, why aren't we doing that? And what's so cool about you guys about being collaborative with other people in different companies or people that have more experience than you is that all of a sudden you're in an environment where you're like, I never thought of that. It was never brought to me. Oh, wait, that makes sense. So let's start doing that. Let's start bringing these ideas in. And if you surround yourself with the right people that are not sharks that are trying to get into your business or take people from you, and you start to trust people, because we do business with people that we know, like, and trust. Having people like Marina come in here and explain this to us is such a blessing. And I'm so happy that you guys are just open to learning. So I really appreciate that you guys are open to learning and open to coaching from somebody else.
Yeah. And I'll just give you guys an idea. We did this for Black Friday and Cyber Monday, and my team did over 300,000 in sales in 48 hours.
Look at their faces drop.
Yeah.
I already had that reaction.
Yeah. And then the company, like other leaders, started to adopt what I did, and they were doing $1 million in volume. Like they did $1 million in volume, like in sales. My upline, because of the strategy, I mean, he did, I think, 2 million just in 48 hours. So you think about when you guys have BOGO deals coming or specials coming and all that, think about how can you upsell? What's that BOGO deal pack you can make that's only available, right? Create the FOMO, only available for 24 to 48 hours. And you can push that in the customer groups, create scripts that go with it, teach people how to, you know, reach out to those existing customers and new leads with it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that totally makes sense. And this new customer, like, so the customer care group is kind of new to us, but I can see how this exponentially explodes when you've got a customer care group with a ton of people in it.
Yeah.
Like all of a sudden it's really easy to boost that volume.
Oh, for sure. Because I mean, think about it. It's almost as powerful as an email, but it's not because of the algorithms and all that junk, you know, whatever. But I mean, our Spanish group, the two of them together, I think there was like 30,000 people in there. And then I have my group, which has 18,000. Well, they just now purged it. So 16,000 or whatever. And what's great too is like you're keeping lists. So, you know, it tells you who added the person. So nobody can steal. If they do steal, you kick them out of the group. You just, you know, you call it a day, but we haven't really had that much of a problem. But it's just great because it's like you guys want to, you know, maybe you're running a promo or you're running a contest, or maybe you run a contest for your customers. There's just so much that you can do with that group, and the leads see it. They get excited. The prospects, they see it, and some of them will get excited, and the right people will get it and reach out.
I love it. I love that. So it's genius psychology. Seriously, genius. Okay. So if I was coming into the business and I was going to talk to you and I said, I want to lose 25 pounds, what would you say back to me? Like, how would this conversation go?
Okay, so let me ask this question really quickly. Is there a way for you guys, and I think I already asked this, but like, let's say I'm a customer but I want to, maybe I'm open to learning about the business. How much more would it be for me to join the business? $40, $50, $99, I think it was, right?
It's 99. We have promo right now for $20, but yeah, $99.
Okay. So I would be pushing the crap out of this right now with a $20, like upsell just to join the business. Easy peasy, right? Because then can you add your own products? Can you do all that?
Oh yeah. Yep. You can add
okay.
products to them starting their business, right? Like you're asking if they can add to their startup.
Right.
Yeah.
So then these customer packs, here's how it works. Like, let's say Christina came to me and she's like, curiosity, whatever. And she's like 20 pounds, like I want to lose. I'm going to say, awesome. First of all, I'm going to get her drunk and excited. Every time she says yes, it's like her taking a shot. That's how I want you to think about it. So I'm going to say, awesome, Christina, tell me a little bit about what you've tried before that didn't work, right? That's the first and foremost thing I always do, because I want her to know that my stuff's going to work for her, right? Period. But I want to connect with her, right? So I'm going to ask that question and she's going to give me the answer. And I'm going to, and her going back and forth with me is like her taking shots, getting drunk on excitement, right? Think about it that way. Okay. It's just the easiest way for me.
You were pregnant when I met you.
Right? Oh yeah. We would have had so much fun if I wasn't, right? So, so basically she's going to tell me what she did before. It didn't work. And I'm going to say, awesome. When are you looking to start to lose this weight by? I want her to commit to a date so I know. So this way I can leverage that when I come back to her and she's like, I don't have the money, right? Because that's going to happen 50% of the time. People make excuses. So then I'm going to say, awesome. So listen, I have this amazing VIP group where I have testimonials and I can tag you on some information that's going to give you, the breakdown on how the products work. Right? The system works. This is where Christina, you or someone needs to do a live video in that group explaining the system you guys created with the packs. Okay. Whatever that one flagship's going to be. So I get the keto coffee, but at the end of the day, we know that it's much more than just the keto coffee. It's the way they eat. It's also the other products you need to insert in there. They can always go down. So sell them on a $150 package in that video. And then you guys have the opportunity to go down or go up, right? So I'm going to say, I'm going to tag you on this incredible video that my really good friend, I don't say leader, mentor, blah, my really good friend did. And it's less than 10 minutes. It's going to explain exactly how the system works. Can you watch it right now? Yes. Awesome. Give me 1 second. I'm going to add her to the group. I'm going to go back with a screenshot and be like, I just added you to this group. You have to accept it. Let me know once you've accepted it. These are shots she's taking, all this conversation, right? Once she's told me she's accepted it, then I'll tag her on the video. Then I'm going to come back and I'm going to send her, she told me 20 pounds, a before and after of somebody that lost 20 pounds. By the way, this is what you can expect with following our program and including our meal plans as well. Because what am I doing? Again, it's that psychology, okay? So again, once she's come back, she's watched the video, I followed up with her. I'm going to ask her again, when were you looking to get started? If she says as soon as possible, what's the price? This is where the packs come in. I'm going to say, well, here's how it works. We have different packs depending on how fast or how long you want to continue to be on this healthy lifestyle with us, right? Do you guys have a 30-day money-back guarantee?
We don't.
Okay. So I can't add that in there. Okay. That's okay. And so you're going to say, I'm going to send you the packs from highest to lowest. And then I'm going to tell you which ones are the most popular pack. But before I do that, do you have a budget? Question mark. I'm going to ask if they have a budget right out. If they're having their head that they want to spend $50, then I'm only going to send them one product. Like, I'm just not even going to waste my energy or my time because $50 is not going to help them lose 20 pounds. It's just not, right? So then I'll say to them, maybe these packs just aren't for you. Do the takeaway. And I'll say, here's a product that's $50 that can get you started with our meal plans, to help you on your journey or whatever. So now I'm going to send the packs. Here's how I get in their head. Okay. So I'll say, Christina, this pack, I send one at a time. This pack, $4.99, for instance, right? This is for someone who's ready to be an influencer and leverage their social media to not only lose weight, but to lose weight and make money. Does losing weight and making money interest you? Question mark. Then I sit back and I wait.
I'm like, yes, it does. Absolutely.
Right? Because at the end of the day, even if they're like, no, now it's in their head that they can make money.
Yeah.
They might come back. So you're kind of planting that seed. Right? And then if they say, well, this is too expensive, this is what, no, wait. We have more packs. Hold on. I told you I was going to send them top to bottom. Right? This is our most popular pack. It's a $250 pack. Most people start here. Right now, by the way, if you're interested in doing, making money with us, it's only $20 more. Only $20 more. Now, when it's $99 more, you're still going to say the same thing. It's only $99 more. They're going to spend $250. They'll spend $350.
Yeah,
I promise you. So just the only $99 more. And then you're like, does this work for you? Would you like to get started with this one? No, it's too expensive. No worries. We have another pack. Go down. Some people like freak out and they're like, whoa, that's like crazy. It's so much back and forth. Who cares if it's so much back and forth? Wouldn't you like the quality of people that are going to join your business instead of not knowing who really wants to work the business because they're joining at $99, or they're joining with a pack that really doesn't commit them to the business? That's how I look at it, because I know that I've rarely had anyone come in at a $40 level and get to the top of the comp plan. I'm just saying. Right?
it's very rare.
It's very rare. So, and listen, it might be the start off, but they weren't complaining about how much it was to continue or how much it was to add, right? So you're telling them influencer pack. You're telling them this is the most popular pack, and this is where someone comes in to get in if they can fit in, because right now financially it's the only place they can start off. So it's almost like I'm not trying to make them feel bad. Sorry, this is like in the background clicking. It's driving me nuts. So I'm not trying to make them feel bad, but I'm getting in their head.
I love that. I love that. And that's something that I learned too after speaking with Lisa Grossman for a while, is that it's like choose your own adventure. So many people are focused on the sale, getting the sale, when we should be focused on living a healthy lifestyle, because once you have people into your program, like Marina said, buying into your program, they're going to continue to buy products. They're going to continue to move forward. And when they're plugged into that customer care group and they're seeing everybody else get excited, they're going to get excited too. And even if, they drop off at one of these, yes or no, like we're taking shots, right? Even if they drop off, you've still planted the seed to move forward. You've still planted that. There's just a potential now. They're on your hundreds list, but they're also now in your customer care group. I will do that video for you guys too, by the way, because it shouldn't matter if they're keto, vegetarian, vegan, paleo, whatever it is. Maybe they're just full-on meat eaters. Who cares, right? But we have something for everyone, and being able to put a pack in front of them and start big and then take it away. Marina, can you talk a little bit about money mindset? Because I know that comes into play with a lot of people. I'm just gonna put Trisha on the spot just for a second, because she was somebody that came in for $9.99, and she will make it to the top of this comp plan because she's driven, and she's the exception to the rule, right?
Yeah. But
when you come in like that from that background, it's hard to flip sometimes your money mindset. It's hard to flip and think, well, I came in for $99 because that's what I could afford at the time. But now there are people out there that are going to spend $1,000 on weight loss. So is it a type of person that you're looking for? Are you seeking out these people in different groups, or does everybody have the capacity to spend $500? You just have to provide the value.
How many people buy an iPhone or an iPad and they can't afford it?
Everyone.
How many people are buying shoes? So that was me, and couldn't afford it. Like when I think back to living off of $3,000 a month and $2,500 a month, and here in South Florida, it's not a lot with one income with a child. Like it's just not, right? Formula, no help from the state. I still found ways to go shopping. Because why? It's the prioritizing. It's the way that America has taught people to just go use credit cards and finance. So instead of investing in material things, we have to help them understand if they invest in themselves, it could turn around and times it by 2, right? So we have to challenge that mindset. We have to challenge our own too, but we have to not be afraid to challenge that mindset when we're having conversations with people. And I don't mean like we have to be defensive, and I don't mean like we have to like be down their throats like, oh, well, you know, the reason is because you bought an iPad. You could have afforded this, but you bought an iPad. No. But we do have to take that challenge. So here's an example. I'm talking to a woman right now, and I know she's broke. I know she's not lying, but I'm not going to let that go. I'm not going to let her sit in her crap, because if somebody let me sit in my crap, I wouldn't be where I am today. And I used excuse after excuse. I was a single mom, use that excuse. I have no money, I use that excuse, till someone challenged me to use the child support to enroll on a $700 pack. That's how I enrolled in network marketing. It made no money for 2 years, but I'm not mad that I made no money for 2 years, because this is where I am today, and it's my story. But someone had to challenge me. So I want to challenge all of you to challenge that. And how, like, okay, so this woman, right? She's like, you know, she's like, for me, it's like hard. You know, I barely keep the lights on. I'm like, I remember that feeling. I remember worrying if I was going to be able to keep the lights on. I remember being where you are. I'm just going to use her name. It's not her real name. I'm just going to use JoJo, because that's the name that's just coming to my head, right? I know where you are right now, JoJo, because I've been there. But what's going to change if you don't make a change?
I love it.
And then I just sit back and I say, listen, you know, and then I'll let her come back and more boo-hoos. Maybe you just don't understand. I do understand. You just think I don't understand. If you're open, let me show you how you can invest in you instead of investing in other things that will never make you money.
I love it.
You know, like, start mentoring these people like they're already on your team. And through that, you're showing them tough love, but you're also showing them love. Then, of course, you're going to come back and you're going to share stories. You could use my story. I don't care. You don't say Marina. Be like, listen, there's a mentor of mine that had the same money mindset that you do, and she's now making multiple six figures. It took her, I mean, I made $500,000 last year, you guys. Okay. And I didn't have a good money mindset. I wasn't taught how to make money. I wasn't taught all that jazz. Like, I wasn't taught any of that, but I was coachable, and somebody didn't give up on me. So sometimes we forget that, right? We forget that we can't give up on people. We have to take that challenge. We have to take that extra step. Same thing's going to happen with these packs. You're challenging people. They'll tell you no. If they tell you no, that's fine. You don't have to force them to buy them. But if we don't challenge people, and I want you to think about your volume for a second. If you have 100 people selling a $40 product, what if you had 10 people selling a $150 product? What would that do to your volume?
Yeah, absolutely. It'll skyrocket it. It'll skyrocket it.
I mean, for sure.
And I think, you know, Marina, you said, you had a really good point. And when you are coaching people before they are a customer, before they are on your team, you're actually coaching them for being in the business, right? Whatever you do, from the moment you meet somebody, you are training them on how to do the business. Mm-hmm. You know, without actually putting them through training. And it's so powerful to be that, to show up as that person, have the confidence to say, look, if you don't change things, you're going to be in the situation 5 years from now. So what are you going to do differently? I've been the person that paid rent 10 days late because I didn't have the money. I've been the person that put $2 worth of gas in my car because I didn't have any more than a toonie in my wallet and I had to get to work. Like, I've been that person too. And being relatable and telling people that part of your story is going to connect with them like anything else. And like Marina said, you know, telling stories. So don't think about the dollar amount. Think about the value that you're providing people.
Yeah. And here's the thing too. I always ask permission before I start giving them ways that they can find the money. So I say, listen, this is what I did to find the $600, $700. Are you open to me helping you figure it out? If they're open, they're worth spending time on. If they're not, then you put them on your list and you love on them and hope they come back later. And just move on. There's so many people on Instagram and Facebook that we can connect to, Facebook groups and hashtag. I mean, you should never run out of someone to talk to. But if they're open, then you pull out the, do you drink Starbucks? You pull out the Do you smoke cigarettes? Yeah, I mean, I've pulled that out because that was me. I was wasting $7 every single day on a pack of cigarettes. I don't smoke anymore, but this is back then, right? So I want you guys to understand, like, ask if they're open the same way we do the if you, I don't know about that. All I know is this, right? Like all the stuff that Christina's been teaching you guys. There's also that asking if people are open for coaching. So this way we're not like giving, what do we call it? Unsolicited advice, right? Because I'm a red too. So sometimes I can do that. But asking if the prospect is open. If you're open, great. If not, no worries.
Perfect.
Taking that kind of that stress and pressure off them.
That's amazing. If you guys have any questions, please unmute yourself right now and ask.
Let's do questions for sure.
Any questions about this? Everyone just going to be rock star?
Marina, do you voice message or text, or you try and get them on the phone?
If I get someone on the phone, I'm closing them. Now, do I get on the phone with customers? No. I'll just keep it real. No. Some I will. If they showed interest in the business. I usually do this all through Facebook Messenger, selling the customer packs. However, I used to back in the day get on the phone with everyone. It's just, I just make sure that you're doing it based on what you're willing to give, and you're not taking so much time away from your family like that you're like this. Does that make sense? And I say that, and Christina, I'm sorry if that you teach them something else.
No.
I just know that making a lot of money is awesome, but not if it's going to come at taking away from your family. That's just how I feel. But if they said, yes, they're interested in making money, I'm on the phone with them for sure. Yeah.
It's easy to vet them that way, right? And I totally believe that, because if you don't put your family first and why you do this business first, you will burn out. You will burn out.
You will. You
right?
will. Yep.
So that's what it comes down to. Do you guys have any other questions? No, everyone's pretty quiet. That's okay. I'm really happy.
I'm sure you guys will come up with questions as you start implementing this. But I would say, like, just don't be afraid of getting no's. If you're just like really open, and here's the thing too, you guys are going to be creating those stories. So I would say, I'm sure you guys are on a chat together, like a Facebook chat or something.
Yeah.
Together, whatever, or some group kind of chat. Like, tell each other what works and what doesn't, what's working for you guys. I would say try to avoid the negative mentality of this isn't working if it doesn't work right away. It's going to take 90 days of you all figuring your flow and your mojo with your company products, with your company packs. You might have to adjust the packs. Like, we still are adjusting our packs because we find what works and what doesn't. But for me, 5 customers for me is almost, 3,000 in volume just from my 5 customers, because the packs that we created. And then, that's 30% of that is going in my pocket. So that gets people excited too. You're putting more money in the 5%ers pockets. They'll work even harder.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, girl, thank you so much for your time today.
So welcome.
I really appreciate you. I appreciate you pouring into us. And I'm just going to be thinking about you the next few days with that little baby coming, that everything is sweet and perfect for Madeline.
You. Yeah, I'm technically have 4 more weeks, but we'll see how that works out.
I know you've got a plan.
I've got a plan.
Okay, you guys, thanks so much for coming tonight. Thank you again to Marina. And I really look forward to implementing this with you guys and doing a video and working with Karen on some meal plans. And here we go.